day everyone, we are chapter 9. So, I am Maria Elijah Virginia J. Akayan together with John Ray D. Mailig.
And for today's topic, for the chapter 9, we are about to present to you the value chain management functional strategies for competitive advantage. So, quick overview lang po ng aming mga topics sa chapter 9. Unang-una is yung functional strategies, the value chain, and competitive advantage. Sa pangalawa is improving responsiveness to customers. Pangatlo, improving quality. Pangapat, improving efficiency. At ang huli ay improving innovations. So, ang unang-una is functional strategies, the value chain, and competitive advantage. As a manager's challenge, suggest organization must constantly evaluate their business practices in an effort to remain successful. So, ang sinasabi po dito is, ang mga organization or ang iba't ibang mga business practices or business in general, kailangan po nilang mag-evaluate ng kanilang mga ginagawa or ng kanilang pagtsatsaga para makuha yung hindi lang yung short term or hindi lang yung seasonal, kundi yung pang long-term success nila. So, yung ibang organization naman po ay pwedeng gumamit ng iba't ibang methods and kasalukuyang research na kanilang nahahanap sa pagbuo ng kanilang mga pag-evaluate ng kanilang mga business practices or efforts. Yung hindi po sa most people lang po ang gumagamit ng mga latest research or mga nauuso ganun. Yung iba naman po ay syempre gumagamit din ng kanilang mga kanilang sariling pamamaraan para mapanatili yung pagiging competitive sa isang business. So, dito naman po tayo sa the four specific ways in which managers can lower costs and increase differentiation to obtain a competitive advantage, or how organizations seek to achieve them is the topic of this chapter. So, managers can enhance an organization's product and gain a competitive edge through two primary business level strategies. So, ang pagiging competitive po ay mayroon po two primary business level strategies. So, ang una-una is yung mga manager, pwede po silang mag-pursue ng mga mas mababang presyo as a strategy to attract customers. So, yun nga po kapag mas mababa yung presyo ng isang product, syempre mas lalamang po kayo kaysa sa mga mas mamahaling product na parehas lang naman po ng epekto sa isang customers. So, ang pangalawa is pwede rin sila mag-pursue ng differentiation strategy, sabi dito, differentiation strategy, ay magdagdag ng kahalagahan sa isang product na pwede maging effective sa mga customers at pwede maging superior while maintaining the low cost strategy para magkaroon sila ng superiority against other competitors. Okay, dito naman po is the four specific ways. So, ang unang-una is you achieve superior efficiency. Efficiency is a measure of the amount of inputs required to produce a given amount of outputs. So, in other words, ang efficiency po ay ang pag-aaroon ng minimal effort with maximum productivity. The fewer the inputs required to produce a given amount of outputs, the higher is efficiency and the lower the cost of outputs. So, mas mababa po yung inputs na kailangan mo ibigay or ilaan, the higher, yung mas maganda po yung efficiency niya kasi mas maamenas ka po or mas mababa po yung presyo na kailangan mong gamitin para mag-produce na isang output o ng isang product o service. Ang pangalawa naman po is achieve superior quality. So, quality means producing goods and service that have attributes such as design, styling, performance, and reliability. So, ang quality nga po is ang hahanap-hanapin ng isang customer. Kapag mababa po yung quality, hindi po tayo makaka-attract ng mga iba't ibang customers or yung target customers ng ating mga product, which mas mahihirapan po tayo mag-profit. So, having higher quality can have its competitive advantage to those or sa inyong mga competitors that have the same products, but having superior quality can make you gain the ability to compete efficiently. Ang pangatlo naman po is yung achieve superior innovation, speed, and flexibility. So, yung mga kailangan nating creativity, kailangan natin ng pagbabago, kung paano mag-operate ang isang business or isang organization, ay yung pag-produce ng resulta ng innovation. So, kailangan po na yung mga pagbabago, mga creative thinking, or mga kailangan nating dagdagan, bawasan, baguhin, is the result of innovation. So, ang pangapat is attain superior responsiveness to customers. Ang pagiging responsive naman sa customers para masatisfy yung kanilang mga pangangailangan or kanilang gusto sa isang business or sa isang product. So, pwede rin siyang mag-gain ng competitive advantage kasi kung iti-treat mo yung customers based on their evaluation or yung mga feedbacks, yung matitend mo yung kanilang mga feedbacks na kailangan mong aralin, intindihin, para mas mapabuti pa yung service or yung product na kailangan mong ibenta para mag-gain ka ng competitive advantage na yung ibang business ay hindi binibigyang pansin. Gusto lang nila ng pera, profit, ganyan. Pero hindi naman nila gustong makinig sa kanilang mga target customers. So, pagkakaroon ng responsive to customers, pwedeng magkaroon ng value, and pwede silang maging willing para magbayad ng mas mataas na presyo para sa inyong product o service. Dito naman po, pinapakita nila ang 4 ways to create a competitive advantage. So, ito po yung graph na kaninang dinidiscuss natin is yung unang-una is yung improving efficiency, improving quality, improving innovation, and improving responsiveness to customers can lead to competitive advantage from low cost to differentiation from other competitors. So, functional strategies and value chain management naman po tayo. Ang functional level strategy ay nagpo-focus sa pag-enhance ng iba't ibang department, kakayahan ng iba't ibang department sa mga kanilang binibigay na tasks or activities na pwede magkaroon ng value sa isang product or company's services. So, nag-involve din po dito ang coordinated series of functional activities forming a value chain, transforming inputs into finished products that customers value and wish to purchase. So, pagdating naman po sa value chain management, dito naman po is yung nag-align functional strategies with business goals, enhancing efficiency, quality, innovation. So, ito naman po yung kanina na sinasabi natin yung pagkakaroon ng efficiency, quality, innovation, and customer responsiveness para magkaroon tayo ng pinakamataas na competitive advantage sa iba't ibang competitors natin. And pwedeng mag-deliver ng optimal customer value. So, dito naman po is yung figure 9.2, functional activities at the value chain. So, pinapakita po dito ay umiikot lang po yung kanilang, ayun nga po sinasabi natin na value chain. So, ibig sabihin, umiikot lang po siya sa isang pamamaraan. So, inputs, new product ideas, marketing research, component parts, when changed into, ito nga po yung mga machines, computers, functional skills. Kung nagkaaroon po tayo ng ganitong mga ng ganitong functional activities, is mas mapabuti po or makapag-produce po tayo ng outputs na much better than other businesses, kasi mas maganda po ang ating efficiency na pinapakita or ginagawa. Nakapag-produce ng or nakapag-produce ng outputs with goods and services, such as goods and services. So, sa figure 9.2 ay yung sinasabi nga po natin, the starting point of the value chain is yung mga research para research kung ano at paano magiging valuable yung product na pwede maging attractive or makahatak o makahakot ng mga customers. So, the activities of the product development and marketing functions nagiging importante kapag yung 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 pagde-develop ng mga products is through engineering and scientific research activities. So, the next naman, yung unang-una nga po sa amin natin is pagtapos ng pag-develop ng panibagong product, yung marketing function naman po is maghahatak or maghahakot ng customers ng panibagong product or ng panibagong products, yung panibagong value ng product through brand positioning and yung pag-endorse or pag-advertise ng kanilang product para maengayo pa yung mga customers or mga target customers. So, ang next stage is yung the value chain. Or the next stage of the value chain is yung pagmamanage ng kanilang mga material. So, it controls the movement of physical materials from the procurement of inputs through production into distribution and delivery to the customers. So, sila po yung mga, ang ginagawa naman po dito is yung pagmamanage ng, or yung paghawak ng paggalaw ng isang mga raw materials or mga physical materials from the procurement of inputs sa sa isang production at pagbibigay ng mga or sabihin niyo po natin na paghahatid ng kanilang mga products or mga kanilang production sa mga kanilang customers. So, the next naman po is yung production function. Ito sila naman po yung mga responsable na gumawa or mag-assemble ng mga or mag-assemble ng pagpo-provide ng kanilang mga goods or services by transport para sa pagta-transform ng inputs, yung sinabi nga po natin kanina sa figure 9.2, yung pagta-transform mo ng mga inputs change into outputs. So, next naman po dito is yung sales function. So, sa sales function naman po is ito po yung mahalaga para sa mga kung saan ka po pwesto at kung saan ka po pwesto ng iyong business para mapalaki or mas maganda yung pwesto mo para sa iniisip mong target customers para sa kumbaga kung sino po yung hinahanap yung customers. Saan po ba kayo pwesto? Saan po ba yung maraming ganito? Saan po ba yung maraming ganyan? Para mas mapalaki yung profit na makukuha ninyo. So, personal selling, yun nga po yung sa sales function is yun nga po yung pagbebenta ng harap-harapan. Kumbaga, yung mga salespeople or mga salesman and may mga existing potential customers po yan na para yung kung sakali po may mga nakakakita sa inyo is pwedeng mag-promote ng company's product. So, tandaan po natin na ang sales function is very, very important pagdating sa value chain activity. So, ang pinakahuli naman po is yung role of the customer service function. Ito po yung pag-provide ng mga after-sales service and support. So, this function can create a perception of superior value in the minds of customers by solving customer problems and supporting customers after they have purchased the product. So, ibig sabihin, ito po yung, sa madaling salita po, ito po yung feedbacks or yung mga criticism ng mga tao. So, pagdating po dito is yung pagkatapos po nila makabili ng isang product is mag-aano po sila ay yung parang syempre kapag may mga bumibili po, syempre may mga bumabalik na feedback. Kapag may mga bumabalik na feedback, is gagamitin mo yun para matuto or mapalalim pa kung anong kailangan niya sa isang business or organization. Mas mapapabuti para sa iba't ibang customers niya. So, pagkatapos nga po natin ma-identify or malaman yung mga components ng value chain, ang pinakamahalaga naman din po dito is yung company, kailangan din po nilang i-analyze kung paano gumagana ang isang value chain para makamit nila yung kanilang plano or kanilang mga business goals. So, next naman po is improving responsiveness to customers. All organizations produce outputs, goods, or services that are consumed by customers who, in buying these products, provide the monetary resource most organizations need to survive. So, what do customers want? Ito ang sinasabi nga po dito is ano po ba ang mga gusto ng mga target customers natin or yung mga customers in general? Kasi dito rin po masabi na may competitive advantage ka kung nakasatisfy mo yung inyong customers. So, ang unang-una is yung mas mababang presyo kesa sa mataas na presyo. So, kung tayo naman po tatanungin na may alternative na isang product na mas effective or same lang din ang effectiveness pero mas mura, saan po ba tayo pupunta? Syempre sa lower price. So, high quality. Pangalawa naman is high quality products to low quality products. Kung ikaw naman po pipili ng isang product, syempre mas pipiliin po natin yung high quality kaysa sa mas mababang effectiveness, di ba? Or yung mas mababang quality. So, pangatlo, quick service and good after-sales service kaysa sa slow service and poor after-sales support. So, quick service and good after-sales service, sinasabi po dito, yung mas mabilis na productivity or yung mas mabilis na pag-response or yung mga after-sales service kaysa sa mga slow service and poor after-sales support that can hinder the process of producing a product or mag-gain po ng competitive advantage sa pagkakaroon ng mas mabilis na pag-response ng mga tao natin sa isang organization. So, number 4 is products with many useful or valuable features to products with few features. So, yung mga mas gugustuhin po ng mga tao na yung product nila, yung product na kanilang binibili is mas mahalaga or mas nagagamit or may mga iba't ibang kahalagahan para sa kanilang pang-araw-araw, ganun. So, mas gusto po nila yung mga mas kinakailangan nila o mas nagagamit nila sa pang-araw-araw kaysa sa nakatambak lang ganun or hindi naman masyadong nagagamit ng isang tao. So, ang number 5, yung huling-huli is yung products that are as far as possible customized to their unique needs. So, sinasabi naman po dito yung products ay yung pagkakaroon ng isang pagbili ng mga customized o yung para sa kanila po yung nagagamit po nila sa pang-araw-araw nila yung product na to, yung naisip po nila na product na to ay para sa kanila or sila po talaga yung mga target na customers. Kumbaga sila po yung sila po talaga yung mga gusto ipagamit ng isang business na to. So, kung para sa kanila po talaga to, kaya ginawa, ganun. So, customized to their unique needs.
So, dito naman po, happy or not measures customer satisfaction. A frustrated teenager in Finland saw the need for happy or not while trying to get help locating computer supplies in a store during the 1990s when computer users went to stores to buy discs. The shopper Heikki wished he could easily send feedback to someone who cared about the store's performance. In college, he started the coding company when a client bought it. He looked for a new business idea. So, the shopper Heikki gusto niya po na magkaroon ng ng feedback, o parang gusto niya po may makatanggap po siya ng madali ang feedback. Madali po sa isang tao na yung kumbaga may interest or may pakialam, no? May pakialam po sa isang pinapakita ng isang store. So, ang sabi po dito, in college, he started a coding company. When the client bought it, he looked for a new business idea. So, ibig sabihin sa madaling salita po, nung nag-start po siya ng coding company, naisip po niya na, ay, may bumibili. So, naisipan niya po na palaguin or magkaroon pa ng lumawak pa yung creativity niya. So, dun po nung bumili po yung or nung nagkaroon po siya ng client na nagkaroon ng interest sa ginagawa niya or sa or sa satisfy sa kanya, is ginawa niya yung opportunity para maisip na or maging creative or mag-produce ng new business idea. Nakaisip po siya ng idea na ganito na yung gagawin niya kasi may mga nagugustuhan naman na, may mga customer naman na nasa-satisfy, nagugustuhan yung service na ginagawa niya. So, next naman is managing the value chain to increase responsiveness to customers. Dahil, ito nga po, dahil mahalaga ang pagiging responsive sa mga customers or masatisfy yung mga customers. So, tinatry po nila i-improve, i-design pa para yung value chain nila para mas maayos nila ma-operate yung mga supply products na pwedeng magkaroon ng desired attributes, quality, cost, and features. So, kunyari, for example nga dito, the need to respond to customers' demand for competitively priced quality cars drove US car makers like Ford and GM to imitate Japanese companies and copy how Toyota and Honda perform their value chain activities. So in other words po, yung pagtaas po ng demand, no, yung pag-respond po nila sa customer demand, tinaasan po nila yung presyo, or hindi naman po tinaasan, kumbaga binabaan nila yung presyo for competitive advantage, pero inimitate po nila yung Japanese companies kung paano nag-perform yung Japanese companies sa kanilang value chain activities for better responsiveness or better satisfaction for customers. So, dito naman po sa improving quality. So, improving quality, ang sinasabi, ang main goal po dito is yung mapalawak pa yung creativity or yung mga reliability ng isang product or after sales support. So, yung mga product na to ay ang pinaka goal po niyan or yung pinaka design po ng high quality products ay mabetter pa yung mapa-improve or mapa-develop pa yung pangangailangan ng mga customers. Kumbaga, makukuha po ng mga customers yung gusto nila sa pagkakaroon ng high quality product. So, depending on the feedback, sa pag-respond mo sa customers nga kanina, doon mo po malalaman kung ano yung mga kailangan mo doon po malalaman kung ano po yung kailangan mong i-develop, i-improve, or ano pa yung kailangan mong i-innovate para ma-meet mo yung customer requirements na kailangan. So sabi nga po natin dito, improving quality, isipin po natin, tayo as consumers or as customers ng mga products, ano mas piliin natin? yung high quality o yung low quality. Pero same sila ng presyo. Siyempre po, mas gusto natin yung quality ng yung isa, pero nung high quality, mas gusto natin yung isang high quality kasi sa low quality kasi, pero same lang sila ng presyo. Kasi more effective and more malaki yung dulot sa atin ng isang high quality product na ganun. So, ang isang organization po, pwede po silang mag-provide ng same price, no? Same price product, pero higher quality kesa sa mga competitors product nila na same product lang at same price, pero mas mababa kesa kung anong quality nung meron tong isang business na ito or isang organization na ito. So, paano nga po pala magkakaroon ng higher quality product is by serving its customers better, no? And it is being more responsive to its customers. So, mas nakakaintindi mo po tayo kung ano bang pangangailangan ng mga customers natin, or naiintindihan po natin or tinitake natin yung criticism nila sa isang or yung feedback nila sa isang product natin na pinoprovide, which is the better way to improve, or which is the most efficient way to improve the product quality. And then yung sabi nga po dito, for example, in 2019, Lexus ranked first on the JD Power list of the 10 most reliable car makers for the 7th consecutive year. So, sabi nga po dito, in 2019, Lexus ranked first. So, out of all the JD Power list of car makers, sila po yung nangunguna palagi due to its quality. And let's assume na yung company po na ito is mas more responsive sila sa mga customers nila, which is ginagamit po nila as to their advantage para mag-produce pa ng high quality product na masasatisfy nila yung mga customers, and being consistent makes them the most reliable car makers for the 7th consecutive year. And another reason po para kung bakit ini-improve o binuboost yung quality ng isang product, no, is that nag-i-increase po kasi siya ng efficiency. So, what do we mean by efficiency? Like we said in the beginning of this topic, nilolower po niya yung minimal wasted effort, minimal wasted time, and minimal nalolower po niya yung operating cost. So, having efficiency, nalolower po niya yung mga unnecessary na bagay. Pero siksik po yung kumbaga compact po yung pagkakayari, kumbaga. So, compact po yung pagkakayari, walang nasasayang na oras, na gamit, na pera, na cost. Pagkasiksik po sila, nagbuboost po ng profit. So, achieving high product quality, binababaan po niya yung operating cost because of the effect of quality on employee productivity. So, ibig sabihin yung mga pagiging efficient, yung nabuboost po niya yung profit by having or because of the effect of quality on employee productivity. So, dito po sa figure 9.3, the impact of increased quality on organizational performance. So, pinapakita po sa graph na to yung mga impacts, no? Impacts or yung mga kinagawa po ng mga isang company para mag-boost or mapataas nila yung profit nila with lesser operating costs. So, pagkakaroon po ng quality, productivity, reliability, lower cost, higher prices, and in the end, kapag meron po tayo ng ganito na organizational performance, which can lead to higher profits. So, ayun po yung pinakamaganda dito sa lahat. Kasi, kung mag-i-increase po tayo ng ganito, without wasting any time, effort, lahat, swak lang, mag-i-increase po yung profit natin, which is a good thing. No, pinaka-crucial po dito yung quality talaga. No? Kaya po nagsisimula sa quality kasi higher quality means higher productive, or higher quality means higher customers satisfaction, or mas masasatisfy natin yung customers, and mas magiging reliable yung product natin kapag mas mataas yung quality na binibigay natin sa kanila. And again, with lower cost. Kaya na-attract po yung mga ganun. Kaya nagkakaroon po tayo ng advantage sa pagkakaroon ng mga ganung bagay, kasi nga po sa ibang lugar na mas mababa yung quality, ito mataas yung quality pero mas parehas lang naman ang presyo. So, ang mga naiisip po ng customer, syempre pipiliin po nila yung higher quality na, pipiliin po nila yung quality na, yung higher quality kasi same lang naman din po siya ng presyo, pero mas mataas yung binibigay na reliability and product and pagiging responsiveness, kasi ginagamit po nila yung feedbacks para mapa-improve pa yung quality, which is the whole point of this topic. So, yun na po. Thank you.
Total Quality Management or TQM, a management technique that focuses on improving quality of an organization's product and services. To show how TQM works, we next describe the way that Citibank used the technique. Then, using the Citibank as an example, we look at the 10 steps that are necessary for managers to implement a successful TQM program. In the 2000, Citibank's top manager decided the bank could retain and expand its customers base only if it could increase customers' loyalty. So they decided to implement a TQM program to better satisfy customers' needs. At first step in the TQM effort, Citibank identified the factor that dissatisfied its customer. When analyzing the complaint, it found that the most concerned the time it took to complete a customer's request, such as responding to an account problem, or getting a loan. So Citibank's manager began to examine how they handle each kind of customer's request. For distinct requests, they formed a cross-functional team that broke down the request into the step required between the people and departments to complete the response. In analyzing the step, teams found that many of them were unnecessary and could be replaced by using the right information system. They also found that the delays often occurred because employees did not know how to handle a request. They were not being given the right kind of training, and when they could handle the request they simply put aside until the supervisor could deal with it. Citibank's second step, increase its responsiveness, was to implement an organization's wide TQM program. Managers and supervisors were charged with reducing the complexity of the work process and finding the most effective way to process each particular request, such as a request for a loan. Managers were also charged with training employees to answer each specific request. The results were remarkable. For example, in the loan department for the TQM program, reduces by 75% of the number of handoffs necessary to process a request. The department's average response time dropped for several hours to 30 minutes. So, what are the 10 steps in TQM that made this possible? So first, build organizational commitment to quality. TQM will do a little to improve the performance of an organization unless all employees embrace it. And this often requires a change in organizational culture. Yung sa Citibank, the process of changing culture began at the top. First, a group of top managers, including the CEO, received trainings in TQM from consultants from Motorola, where Six Sigma was found. Six Sigma is a trademark by Motorola. Each member of the top manager group was given the responsibility of training a group at the next level in the hierarchy, and so on down through the organization until all 100,000 employees had received basic TQM training. 2. Focuses on the customer. Focus on the customer. First, to identify what customer want from the goods or services the company provides. 2. To identify what the company actually provides to the customer. 3. To identify any gap between what customer want and what they actually get, the quality gap. And 4. To formulate a plan for closing the quality gap. The efforts of Citibank's manager increase responsiveness to customers illustrate this aspect of TQM, while Citibank's manager increase the responsiveness to customers illustrate these aspects of TQM well. 3. Find the ways to measure quality. Another crucial element of TQM is the development of a measuring system that manager can use to evaluate quality. It is more difficult in services companies where outputs are less tangible. However, in a little creativity, sustainable quality measures can be devised as they were by managers at Citibank. Citibank used customer satisfaction survey as quality measures and defined a defect as any rating below the 2 highest rating. 4. Set goals and create incentives. When a measure has been devised, manager's next step is to set a challenging quality goal and to create incentives for reaching that goal. At Citibank, the CEO set an initial goal of reducing customer complaint by 50%. One way of creating incentives to attain a goal to link rewards such as bonus and promotional opportunity to the goal. 5. Solicit input from employees. Employees are the major sources of information about the causes of poor quality. So it is important that managers establish a system for soliciting employee suggestion about improvement that can be made. At most companies like Citibank, this is an ongoing endeavor. The process never stops. 6. Identify the defects and trace them to their source. A major source of product defects is the production system. A major source of service defects is poor customer service procedures. TQM preaches the need for managers to identify defects in the work process, trace those defects back to their source, find out why they occurred, and make corrections so they do not occur again. Today, IT makes quality measurements much easier. 7. Introduce just-in-time inventory. Inventory is the stock of raw materials, inputs, and components part that organization has on hand at particular time. Where materials managers function design just-in-time or JIT inventory system, parts of or suppliers arrive at the organization when they are needed, not before. Also, a JIT inventory system, defective parts enter an organization's operating system immediately. They are not warehoused for months before use. This means defective inputs can quickly be spotted. 8. Work closely with the suppliers. A major cause of poor quality finished good is a poor quality component parts. To decrease product defects, materials manager must work closely with suppliers to improve the quality of the parts they supply. Managers at Xerox work closely with the suppliers to get them to adopt TQM programs, and the result was huge reduction in the defect rate of the component parts. A manager also need to work closely with the supplier to get them to adopt just-in-time inventory system. Also required a high quality. 9. Designed for ease of production. The more steps required to assemble a production or provide a service, the more opportunities there are more making mistake. It follows that design product that have fewer parts or finding ways to simplify providing a service should be linked to fewer defects or customers complain. For example, Apple continue redesign the way it assembles its mobile digital devices to reduce the number of assembly steps required, and it's constantly research for new ways to reduce the number of components that have to be linked together. The consequence of this design effort was continuous fall in assembly costs and marked improvement in product quality during 2000s. At Citibank, defect detection and resolution lead to better performance in process time, cash management, and customer satisfaction. 10. Breakdown barriers between functions. Successful implementation of TQM required substantial cooperation between the different value chain functions. Materials managers have to cooperate with manufacturing managers to find high-quality inputs that reduce manufacturing costs. Marketing managers have to cooperate with manufacturing so that customer problems identified by marketing can be acted on. Information systems have to cooperate with all other functions of the company to devise sustainable IT training programs, and so on. At Citibank's, a cross-functional process mapping method was used to describe the function involved in each step of a process. In essence, to increase quality, all function managers need to cooperate to develop goals and spell out exactly how they will achieve. Managers should embrace the philosophy that mistake, defects, and poor quality materials are not acceptable and should be eliminated. Functional managers should spend more time working with employees and providing them with the tools they need to do the job. Managers should create an environment in which employees will not be afraid to report problems or recommend improvements. Output goals and targets needs to include not only numbers or quota but also some indicators of quality to promote the production of defect-free output. Functional managers also need to train employees in new skills to keep pace with changes in the workplace. Finally, achieving better quality requires that managers develop organizational values and norms centered on improving quality. 6. Stigma. One of techniques of TQM is called Six Sigma, has gained increasing popularity in the last decades, particularly because of well-publicized success GE enjoyed as a result of implementing it across its operating division. Six Sigma is a technique used to improve quality by systematically improving how value chain activities are performed and then using statistical methods to measure the improvements. Let's move on to improving efficiency. The third goal of value chain management is to increase the efficiency of the various functional activities. The fewer the inputs, resources required to produce a given volume of output, the higher will be the efficiency of the operating system. So, efficiency is a useful measure of how well organization uses all its resources, such as labor, capital, materials, or energy to produce its outputs or goods and services. Does efficiency hurt people and companies? Clearly, efficiency is good. You can do more with less, so prosperity increases. But can you have too much of a good thing? Some argue says yes because of how prosperity tends to be distributed. Take the case of workers' productivity in the United States. During the 1950s and 1970s, productivity rose and hourly pay rose at about the same rate. The more productive workers were, the more they earned. But from 1970 to 2018, continued its upward trend. While hourly pay leveled off, workers continued getting more productive, but the reward went elsewhere. From an ethical standpoint, this raises the question of fairness. Another ethical perspective is to consider who is helped or harmed by efficiency gains. Efficiency gains can generate more and better job, but in today's technological environment, automation and artificial intelligence are getting work done faster, more accurately, with less human input. Consequently, greater efficiency often eliminates job today, especially when organizations seek efficiency by looking only at the immediate cost savings. Managers do have the opinion to consider the impact on people. For example, when Marlin Steel introduced automation, it also trained its employee in skills needed for working highly automated facility so they could keep their jobs. Retired Professor Roger Martin offers a third and broader perspective. Martin suggests that overemphasizing efficiency damages society as whole. He notes that in business, success are not randomly distributed. Rather, a success company gains resources to dominate and eliminate competitors. The resulting situation is unstable. Consider a highly efficient retailer, Amazon. What if it succeeds so well that it becomes the only retailer? Then if a crisis hits the sole retailer, say its pay system crashes, consumers have nowhere to shop. In Martin's view, the corrective action to this kind of risk is for business to seek resilience. A resilient business and a resilient industry have two qualities that efficiency tries to eliminate redundancy and slacks. An example of a resilient business is a store with adequate resources for handling unexpected shocks to the system. Say enough employees to help unhappy customers or enough inventory to get through a natural disaster. Resilience might sacrifice some efficiency in the short term but positions company for long term survival and favorable reputation among its existing and prospective customers. Facilities layout, flexible manufacturing, and efficiency. The strategies manager used to lay out or design organizational physical work facilities also determine its efficiency. Facilities layout is the strategy of designing the machine-worker interface to increase operating system efficiency. Flexible manufacturing is a strategy based on the use of technology to reduce the cost associated with the production assembly process of the way services are delivered to customer. For example, this might be how computers are made on a production line or how patients are routed through a hospital. Just-in-time inventory and efficiency. As noted earlier, a just-time inventory system gets component to assembly line just as they are needed and thus drives down costs. In a just-in-time inventory system, component part travel from suppliers to the assembly line in a small wheel container known as Kanban. Just-in-time inventory system have a major implication for efficiency. Great cost saving can result from increasing inventory turnover and reducing inventory holding costs, such as warehousing and storage costs, and the cost of capital tied up in inventory. Although company that manufactured and assembled product can obviously use JIT to great advantage, So can service organization. Self-managed work team and efficiency. Another functional strategy to increase efficiency is the use of self-managed work team. A typical self-managed consists of 5 to 15 employees who produce an entire product instead of just parts of it. Team members learn all team tasks and move from job to job. The result is a flexible workforce because team members can fill in for absence of coworkers. The effect of introducing self-managed team is often an increase in efficiency of 30% or sometimes much more. The introduction of self-managed team at a GE and aviation plant in Durham, North California has produced year-over-year productivity growth, first-time yield quality, and successful on-time delivery rates. Process reengineering and efficiency. Process reengineering, the fundamental rethinking and radical redesigning of business processes to achieve dramatic improvement in critical measures of performance such as cost, quality, service, and speed. Order fulfillment, for example, can be thought as a business process. When a customer's order is received or the input, many different functional tasks must be performed as necessary to process the order, and then the ordered goods are delivered to the customers or the output. Information system, the internet, and efficiency. With the rapid spread of computers, the explosive growth of the internet and corporate intranets and high-speed digital technology, the information system function is moving to center stage. In the quest of operating efficiencies and the lower cost structure, the impact of information system on productivity is wide-ranging and potentially affects all other activities of a company. For example, Cisco system has been able to realize significant cost savings by moving in ordering and customer service functions online. Cisco system design manufactures and sells networking equipment. The company has just 300 service agents handling all its customers' accounts, compared to the 900 it will need if sales were not handled online. The difference represents an annual savings of 30 million a year. Moreover, without automate customer service functions, Cisco calculated that it will need at least 1,000 additional service engineers, which would cost around 100 million. All large companies today use the internet to manage the value chain, feeding real-time information about order flow to supplier, which use this information to schedule their own production to provide components just-in-time basis. This approach reduces the cost of coordination both between the company and its customer and between the company and its supplier. Using the internet to automate customers and suppliers interactions substantially reduces the number of employees required to manage these interfaces, which significantly reduces costs. So let's move to improving innovation. As discussed in Chapter 6, technology comprises the skills, know-how, experience, body of scientific knowledge, tools, machine, computers, and equipment used in the design, production, and distribution of goods and services. Technology is involved in all function activities, and the rapid advances of technology today is a significant factor in managers' attempts to improve how their value chains innovate new kinds of goods and services or ways to improve them. Two kinds of innovation: quantum product innovation and incremental production innovation. So, quantum product innovation, the development of new, often radically different kind of goods and services because of fundamental shifts in technology brought us about by pioneering discoveries. Incremental product innovation, the gradually improvement and refinement of existing products that occur over time as existing technologies are perfected. Strategies to promote innovation and speed product development. There are several ways in which managers can promote innovation and encourage the development of new products. Product development. The management of the value chain activities involve bringing new or improved goods and services to the market. Involve both customers and suppliers. Many new products fail when they reach the market because they were designed with scant attention to customers' need. Successful product development requires inputs from more than just an organization's members. Also needed are inputs from customers and suppliers. Establish cross-functional teams. A smooth-running cross-functional team also seems to be a critical component of successful product development. As the experience of Thermo suggests, marketing, engineering, and manufacturing personnel are core members of successful product development team. The people who are primary responsibility for the product development effort. So what is core members? The core members, the members of a team who are bear primary responsibility for the success of a product and who stay with the project from inception to completion.